hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very, very excited this new reading for the month of March that I'll be getting out. And I wanted to show you, I have here this thing around my neck because I still have the remnants of a cough from the flu. And it's okay, it's all right. And so what I'll be doing this month will be to lay the groundwork with my picture postcards that I've used before, as how I use the tarot, and with the same positions. Then I'll be highlighting one side of the spread with this lovely tarot of the obscure fables that really served me well last month for the February readings, and I'll be highlighting one half. The other half I'll be using excuse me, I'll be using the VERA SIBILLA cards. And this month I'll be taking the runes that were given to me. They're onyx, and they're very, very heavy. They're very heavy, so I use them sparingly, but they're very grounding. Let's go off to the readings. Oh, before I go, thank you, new subscribers, for joining me, and a big shout out to my old subscribers for sticking with me. It's a pleasure. On to the readings. Hello, Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's see what's in store for you for the month of March. Let's see what's in store for you for the month of March. Okay. All right, now, excuse me, our incoming card is the young woman in reading a book, or the young woman reading a book of hours. The young woman reading a book of hours by Ambrosius Benson. Now, then we have A Rainy Day in Paris. Also, The Flowers in a Crystal Vase by Manet. Expectations. There you go. Expectations, Sir Lawrence Alma Tadema. And Angel by Thayer. Look, you're coming into the month, Sagittarius, still, well, I say still because I remember the last 3 months we did talk about a spiritual jump and a qualitative jump, something that you were looking for. You know, there was something that you needed, a spiritual, a different, something to feel that you had a spiritual nature. You are developing your spiritual side. This is what I remember. I may be forgetting, but this is what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing this again. You're asking yourself, because you're trying to separate yourself from the mundane, which is the work, okay, your work, and you're being in a position of leadership or not, or being promoted or any of that, because it doesn't mean anything to you now. You know, you seem that, okay, so that's work as usual, you're thinking. But there's something more. There is something more, and I would like to find out a little bit about that. Maybe I can find my own level of spirituality, what it means to have a spiritual side. A lot of questions, and they may not be these precise questions, but there are ruminations about what, you know, pushing the envelope spiritually. If I do this, would be, you know, and the weighing of bad and good in your morality is coming in here. The actions you will be taking for this is diving back in. When you don't get the answers, you're up against the wall, you just go back into your work life and into your daily, you know, work, family, business, travel, you know, whatever you're doing, you go back into that until you resurface again. Because why you do that becomes clear to me here, because your environment, your home, your workplace, whenever you see your families and family and friends, that is a haven. Everywhere you go, you feel comfortable. This is a gift, Sagittarius. It's a gift, a very rare gift of feeling comfortable that you create. You create the home, you know. You're part of it. But when you come, it's, ah, there he is, there she is, you know. People adore you. And they really, really do. They want you to be added to the company. Because when you're there, when she's there, when he's there, it's always so much more lively. It has more meaning. You add a certain touch. All right. So there are these two levels. I would say it's the mundane, but what we're seeing from this brief, I've got a hair in my eye. What we're seeing from this brief description is that you're bringing your spiritual world all around you. We are never disjointed from that. What happens when you come into a room and are added to a group? There's light. There's more light. Now, this is what the cards are telling me. But your emotions tend to bring you to a place where you have the expectation of receiving the same, receiving development, receiving growth, receiving inspiration, receiving more than anything, enlightenment. You want enlightenment, and it seems that you're looking for it from without and not from within. And this is very clear. And of course, the change is finding the enlightenment from within. What an interesting reading this is, Sagittarius. The enlightenment is within. Let me take 3 of these Tarot of the Obscure Fables to enlighten the first 3 cards here. Questions that you have for yourself, your environment, how you go into looking for the answers. Okay. All right, we have, I think you can see that. We have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, this could be a person of fire, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo in your midst who is of importance to you. The Queen of Wands is also water of fire. This is a person who's important to you. Could be a family member. This could be a family member. I'm seeing that as a woman, actually. I don't see it as a man. Whether you are a man or a woman, I'm not seeing this as a woman. The 9 of Swords here, and the 9 of Swords is Mars and Gemini. And all right, we have the Gemini period, which is the 21st of May and goes to the 20th of June. Now, this is where your responses may come. You know, it seems like you're burning the candle at both ends and going, you know, doing it on the mundane level and in the spiritual level. And it seems that you are literally burning your candle at both ends. Here we have the Chariot, and the Chariot is the Cancer period. So we have the Gemini and Cancer period back to back. It will be around that period when you go places. I'm seeing you as traveling around the period of Cancer, which will be June and July. And it will be during that period. You may be on a vacation, or you may be on a leave, or on sabbatical, or taking time out. It will be then when those answers will be understood by you, Sagittarius. I'm going to look at the emotions here and the change in spiritual terms with the VERA SIBILLA cards. Let me take a look here. Let's take a look. All right. Okay. In all of these cards, we have the sea, I believe. No, 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 I'm sorry. We do have the sea here, speranza, hope, and the sea. These two are mirroring each other, of course. So let me show you first what I have. I have consolante sorpresa, consoling surprise, and this is a catch, a net with a catch from the sea. Here we have Costanza, and this is the Constance, of course, Our Lady Constance, but this is success also. This is success. And we have and this is the dawn of a new day, you can see. And then we have hope, which is also with a backdrop of water. Now, you will be spending time in that period, Gemini and Cancer. You'll be actively looking for the beach. You'll be actively looking for water. You will want to gravitate toward water, and that is where your emotions lie. You will have a lot of emotional reawakenings where during that period, and it will be the entire month. I see 2 months exactly. Though that entire period will be expressed that way, will be felt that way, will be experienced that way. Okay, there's an exchange with the people that you meet on that trip, on that vacation. When you go toward water, there's an exchange, that famous exchange. You want something back. You want enlightenment. You will have reflection. It's not another person who will enlighten you. You will have a reflection of your light, Sagittarius. And it's going to be, if you can, I have Lagos here, Lagos, and it's telling me go as much as you can toward water. That is going to be the measure of your insight. You'll be having insight that you'll be seeing and understanding that you typically are the one who picks up and leaves, because when you need to take, when you need to understand. And not always picking up and leave, but it seems to others that you do that, because others may need some more conversation, some more rehashing, some more, but for you it's all over. You've understood. Okay, that's enough. Get over it, But it's the other people that you are with, and that is going to have enormous success on the relationships that you entertain. In the home, small circle of friends, on the workplace. The more time that you spend with them, the better. And here I've got Soilo, look, the month of March is going to bring up those questions of spirituality. What is it? This, that? But it's a period that you do perhaps take time off in that 2-month period sometime to go toward water. That will bring you the success that you need. I'm going to take another tarot card on the Book of Hours. The woman reading a Book of Hours. And this is the High Priestess. Here I am going to, well, the High Priestess is the moon in the Cancer period. Okay, so this is, again, talking about the Cancer period. It's not now. You're not going to get those answers until you get into June, July. Until you get into June, July. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got, what do we have? We've got the Devil. So get it out of your head. Do not obsess and give yourself time, because there will be that reflection, Gifu, when you're near a body of water. I can't believe sometimes the messages are so detailed and precise, and there are probably unbelievable, sometimes they are unbelievable. And then I have found, at least for me, I have found that sometimes when I go back and listen to the readings after the fact, after the month, after June, after July, and I go back and I'm able to see the connections with certain events that have occurred. Maybe it's not a body of water. Maybe it is indeed a mirror. That you have a mirror that you constantly look into, okay? Because there's a deck, a couple of decks that I know of, the tarot decks, that call them mirrors, the 2 of mirrors, the 4 of mirrors, which are actually cups, water. Anyway, I do hope this was of help to you, Sagittarius. Namaste, and until we read together again, bye-bye.